What's up, folks? My name is Trail, better known as Budget Bill, and what do you know? I ended up coming across a bill that was proposed earlier this month. I guess this bill has stayed under the radar with all the other proposed bills that have been releasing left and right. Well, this bill is called the Student Loan Forgiveness for Frontline Health Workers Act of 2020. Today we are going to discuss this bill, but first, go ahead and click on the thumbs up button down below as it really helps the channel grow. Now, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. What's up, folks, and thanks for sticking around. So this student loan forgiveness bill was actually proposed earlier this month. I am not sure how I ended up missing this bill, as my wife is considered a frontline health worker. Well, the other day I was talking to her and she told me about this bill and how it would affect her, considering she still has student loans and all. So I immediately got excited and thought of her remaining student loan could potentially be waived and we no longer will have to pay for that student loan. And just for full transparency, my wife went to 2 private schools for her bachelor's and her master's degree. But don't ask me. I don't know why she would actually do that. Yeah, I'm clueless. And now we both have been paying on these loans since we actually got married. But I will say we are more than halfway done over from paying all of them off. But in hopes that this bill will eventually pass and get signed into law will be music to my ears. Now, this bill was introduced into legislation by Congresswoman Carolyn B. Maloney on May the 5th. And as I stated, this bill is called the Student Loan Forgiveness for Frontline Health Workers Act. This bill was created to alleviate the burden of student loan debt for frontline health workers and to help attract medical professions in various specialties to lend their expertise to the response in COVID-19. And if I can speak for most of us, we are all probably agree with or that frontline health workers are delivering care to the sickest patients and putting their own safety and their family's safety at great risk in order to keep doing the job that they actually love. And in return, Congresswoman Maloney felt that it was an obligation to ensure that these frontline workers are relieved of their debt that they have incurred to train for these critical jobs that help us in these critical times. Basically, she is saying that healthcare workers already have to worry about their safety and their family's safety and shouldn't have to worry about their debt or financial security after the crisis has actually passed. And overall, she introduced this bill to help take care of the people who are taking care of all of us. Thank you, Congresswoman. And I agree, they are putting themselves in great danger when dealing with people who may have been exposed to COVID-19 or other scenarios that they have dealt with prior to this pandemic. Now, unlike the most recent bill that was proposed called the HEROES Act, this bill is projected to forgive all student loans. The HEROES Act was actually slated to only forgive up to $10,000 of your student loan. So passing this bill will ultimately boost morale among nurses because it is vital that nurses feel their country cares just as much about them as they do their country. And let's face it, where would all of us be without having enough nurses to treat patients day in and day out throughout this pandemic? And that's including doctors as well. I believe the world would be in total chaos. Now, even though that they have been trying to push hazard pay through the HEROES Act, it doesn't compare to the immense student loan debt accrued by the majority of physicians and nurses in this country, as well as all other frontline healthcare workers. So exactly who falls into this category of frontline health workers? Well, it includes all types of health workers such as nurses, doctors, pharmacists, midwives, community health workers, physical therapists, the workers in nursing homes, and many, many, many more. They are all the backbone of our effective health system and serve millions of families every day. They need our support as much as we need their support. So stand up today and fight for our frontline health workers and hope this bill or a revised version gets to the president's desk. But you know that getting through the House and the Senate can be quite challenging. Now, if this bill affects you directly or someone you know, you should also understand that how this bill would be a crucial part for the government to pass into law and how many Americans and non-Americans this would actually help or benefit. And just to give a quick update regarding the current status on the HEROES Act, it has already been passed by the House and now it is sitting with the Senate for review and to start the negotiation process. However, Congress is currently on recess and won't be returning until early June. So the HEROES Act as of now is still on the waiting list. And the HEROES Act is the only bill that has been passed through the House. All of the other bills that have been released haven't really gotten much traction. So be sure to stay tuned for more updates as they develop. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you agree with this student loan forgiveness for Frontline Health Workers Act of 2020, definitely give this video a like, as it definitely helps out the growth of this channel. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, this is a great time to click on the subscribe button and the bell next to it so you can be notified every time I upload new videos. And in the meantime, I will keep you updated with any news regarding any type of stimulus updates. That's all I have for you today. I appreciate you guys watching and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.